Everyone, welcome back to my channel and my first video of 2016. It's so good to be back. I hope you all had an amazing new year. And as I was looking back in the archives of my last yearly favorites video, I noticed that most of those products are still die-hard favorites. I still use them almost every day, but I didn't think I should mention them all over again. So instead, I'll just link that video down below if you want to check it out. In this video, I'm going to focus on some products that were new to me throughout the course of 2015 and just became really staples in my beauty routine. Also, this video will solely be focused on makeup. There's a couple of items that are beauty related that aren't makeup, but to go into like skincare and fashion would just be way too long. So I might do a separate video on that. Let me know if you would like to see that from me. I'm definitely going to up my game for 2016, try to get a regular schedule going here with YouTube and just try to be more engaged and grow my channel if I can. So I hope you're as excited as I am. And without further ado, let's get into the favorites. I'm going to start out with some base products. This was definitely my favorite primer for 2015. It is the Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer, and it's infused with electrolytes, coconut water. It's unlike any other primer I've ever used. It really doesn't feel like a primer. It's kind of more like a moisturizer, really. So I really enjoyed this. It's silicone free and I like having a nice moisturized base before I go in with like foundation or anything. I don't have an actual favorite foundation this year because it's the same as last year, so instead I pulled this. It is the Roche Posay Tinted Moisturizer. It has mineral SPF in it, and I wore this like crazy throughout 2015. It doesn't have high coverage, but it does have a nice tint to it, which gives you a bit of a tan. I also love that I have SPF in it. It doesn't make me break out, which is usually a big problem for me with SPF. So this was a holy grail product, and I'm sure you'll be seeing this a lot more throughout 2016 as well. I want to mention brushes because they are so important to me. My favorite brushes were the Bobbi Brown brushes. I have I think this is like for foundation. This is a bronzing brush. There's this blush brush right here, and then an all-over face blender. They have some eye brushes as well, so I plan on collecting those during 2016, but I just love these brushes. They're so high quality. I get them from Sephora, and yes, they are expensive, but I like them better than anything else I own. So these are like my luxury brushes and I just adore them. So last year I picked one eyeshadow palette. This year I'm going for two. If I had to pick a matte one, it would definitely be this Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. It has absolutely beautiful, stunning, everyday wearable neutral colors. My favorite is probably this one. It's actually quite cool toned, a pretty like peachy color. These are the warm, and then this I think is the neutral right here. So love, love, love that palette. And then if I had to pick more of like a sparkly palette, it would definitely be this Lorac Pro 2 palette. And I'm wearing actually both of the palettes on my eyes today. My favorites in this palette are probably this one right here, Snow, which I use always to highlight like the inner corners, and then this one which is Nectar. And also I like this one, Rose, which I have on my lids today. Cool Gray is actually really pretty too. Obviously I like all of them because this is in my yearly annual favorites video. My favorite bronzer I think of 2015 has to go to this one. It's the Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade Golden Light. It comes in a couple of different shades for different skin tones. I feel like whenever you hit pan on anything, that really just speaks for itself. I guess this is good for like light and medium skin tones. They have 2 or 3 more colors for like richer, deeper skin tones. And did I mention I'm wearing this today? I tried to wear a majority of the products that I'm mentioning so that, you know, you could just see what they look like on. So I have 2 powders now. I did find these later on towards the end of the year, but I have to say, I mean, I've been on the hunt for a good setting powder, like for all over the face to mattify for the whole year, and I never found it until probably, I don't know, November, and I'm not sure that I ever got to mention it in a video, but here it is. It is by Cover FX. It's the matte setting powder. I actually think I did use this in my last makeup tutorial, but it's a loose powder. You open it up and it has the little like twistable lid here, and I really prefer a powder that's pressed and has a mirror so you can take it with you on the go, but I just find, I don't know what it is about loose powders, they just work better, but this mattifies you all day. I mean, I've never found one like this before. I think the last one I was using was the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores or something like that, and I ended up giving that one away because this one, quite frankly, just puts that to shame. Now this next product I'm about to mention, I'm almost embarrassed to say how long it took me to discover this. And I mean, I always knew about it, but I just didn't buy it because I was like, oh, I have too many powders. But it's the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This is the only thing you should ever set your under eyes with. It is amazing. It sets everything in place. You can say goodbye to creasing and it will never look cakey or like you have too much product underneath. It is just so incredibly fine, the powder, and it almost has like a little bit of a shimmer in it, but it reflects the light. It doesn't look like you have sparkles under your eyes by any means. It is just so beautiful. I'm really, really happy with this. I only wish that I only wish it had like a little twisty thing to keep the product in place because I feel like I just waste a lot of the product sometimes. I also wish they sold this in a bigger size. I think this is only 4 grams, but I guess you don't really need a lot. A little goes a long way. 2 mascaras I want to mention, one waterproof, one regular. The regular one is this Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. It is just the perfect formula between dry and wet. Normally I do like the drier formulas, however, they kind of tend to dry out too quickly and then, you know, you're constantly buying mascara. So this has lasted forever, and considering it's a little sample size, well, it's like one of those deluxe sample sizes. It has an incredible wand and enables you to get in between every lash. It gives so much volume and drama, and you know I love that look. This next one I know I've definitely mentioned throughout 2015 several times. It has really stolen my heart as far as waterproof mascaras go. I never used to be interested in waterproof mascaras until this one. It is extremely buildable, and oh, let me tell you the name of it. It's the Estee Lauder Sumptous Extreme Waterproof Mascara. They market it as Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara, and it really does do the job. I have it in 01 Extreme Black, and this is really great if you're going to be in a hot or humid climate, if you're going to be at the pool or the beach and you want a little something on your lashes. This does not budge. I will go in the water, like rub my eyes, and it still won't come off. You're going to need some heavy duty makeup remover to take this stuff off. Blush of the year is going to have to go to my Tarte Exposed Blush. I just think this is the perfect everyday blush. It is kind of like a combination of a blush slash bronzer. I think this will suit any skin tone. If you're really fair, medium, or deep skin tone, it's beautiful. It's just easy. It goes with any lip combination, any eye look. It's so neutral. And that's what I typically want in an everyday makeup look. So it's funny when I watched last year's favorites in regard to highlighters, because I don't think highlighters were a thing in 2014, and I picked like a really subtle, I think it was by Hourglass, like a non-highlighter highlighter. This year I went for something completely opposite, since y'all know strobing was in, and honestly, like, I've had this for probably 3 years. I think when I started my YouTube channel, this was in my very first video in that haul. It's the Lou Manizer highlighter by the Balm, and I get this in the drugstore. If you're in the New York area, you can get it at Duane Reade. I've also heard of people getting it from Kohl's, and you could probably get it like at Walgreens or Walmart as well. I purchased a lot of highlighters this year, but I think of all of them, this is definitely like my go-to favorite. I like to, you know, go on the sides here, a little bit on the ball of the nose, above the cupid's bow, sometimes like above the eyebrow. Today I didn't do too much. I just, you know, wanted a little bit of shimmer. It's sort of a champagne whitish gold color. And that's it swatched right there, and you can see it's extremely pigmented. I think this is probably best for like light to medium skin tones. I'm not sure how this would look on a darker skin tone. If you're looking for a really amazing highlighter and you have a darker skin tone, I just bought one for one of my good friends, Kelly, for her birthday. It's by Bobbi Brown. I think it's limited edition, so go check it out now. I'll insert a picture of it here because I don't remember the name, but oh my god, I swatched it in the store and it is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, 2 perfumes, and the bottles definitely speak for themselves because this one has just about a drop left. It is the Jo Malone Blue Agave and Cacao. I love this. It is such a unique scent. It's so hard to describe. You need to go to a Jo Malone counter and spray this on yourself because it is just so unique, so unforgettable. It's sweet, but it has like a floral scent as well. I think it is marketed under the floral scents because, you know, they divide their scents among like floral, woody, citrus, etc., etc. So I think it's floral. I could be wrong, but, or maybe it's fruity. It doesn't smell fruity to me though. It's very, very sweet. I think it's a sweet floral. So check it out, Jo Malone Blue Agave and Cacao. And the other one is this by Jo Malone. It's the Peony and Blush Suede. And this is a big bottle. I mean, this is 3.4 ounces and I'm more than halfway done, which doesn't really happen too often for me with perfumes. Usually I won't even get through half and I'll be sick of it, but I love this and I always get compliments on this one, especially from men, so if you're trying to impress anyone. Now this one is definitely floral. It's very feminine. It's kind of a bit like formal smelling. I usually will wear this one more so at night. It's like I think it's more of an evening fragrance. But if you just spray a little bit, I think you could get away with wearing it during the daytime as well. Jo Malone just knows how to do fragrances. Obviously, that's why she's like a billionaire, right? If you've been following me for a while, you probably know my obsession with concealer. So I picked two products this year that were really my go-tos. The first one is actually a eye cream, but it has a tint to it, so it acts as a concealer in my opinion. So when I want a really light, no makeup day, I'll just throw this on and nothing else. Otherwise, if I'm going for a full face, then I'll use this first and then a more like typical concealer on top of it. It's a nice peach color to it, so it really works to counteract the blueness underneath my eyes, and it brightens as well. This is another product that should come as no surprise. I've definitely featured this a ton in 2015. It's the Tarte Under Eye Corrector CC Cream, and this too has that peachy salmon color to it. I would be lying if I didn't include this guy in my 2015 favorites. This I used almost every single day, morning and night, since the time that I got it, and is the Foreo Mini. I really like this a lot better than the Clarisonic, which I used to use. This is made out of all silicone, so it's completely like antibacterial. One of my concerns with the Clarisonic, which I just felt like, okay, the bacteria builds up on the brush and then you're just forcing it back into your skin, and that's just not pretty. It has two sides. The front has these smaller bristles, which is supposed to be like more pore refining, I guess, and then the back is larger bristles, which is for more of a deep cleanse. So I usually start out with, that side, and then I do this side, but it has two different settings, fast and then slow. And something I really love about this guy is you never have to charge him. I think I've charged it once in the 6 months I had it, and I didn't even really need to. Like, there was nothing, wasn't going slower or anything like that. It had been 3 months and I was like, I should probably charge this, right? I just didn't want it to die on me when I was traveling. Great little tool for cleansing your face. It will go with any cleanser that you use. I usually will put my cleanser on first, massage it with my fingers, and then go in with this to get that extra cleanse. Or if you wanted, you could put the product directly on here and then just spread it around like so. So much talking in this video. Okay, we have 3 products left and then that's a wrap. So this one is the Saint Tropez Self Tan Express, and I did a full review on this one. I'll link it down below, but it is a mousse, like most of the products from their line, and it gives a really gorgeous color. It develops pretty quickly, although I do like to sleep in it just because I like to get the deepest tan that I can get. If you want to know more, go check out that video because I don't want to go too much in depth about this, but it's definitely been a favorite of mine for 2015. This next product is interesting because I had bought it several years back, and I guess I just got it in the wrong shade for me and I didn't like it at all. I decided to give it another shot. It is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and this time I got it in the color medium/deep. So I think originally I had tried like the light or the blonde or whatever, which I don't even know why I did that because I have dark brows, but I think at the time I was dyeing my brows lighter. I don't know. Anyway, dark brows are better. This is an amazing little product, especially when you're on the go. It has this cute little comb. You work it into your brow hairs and it kind of has like that fiber effect where it gives you thicker looking brows, plus it sets them in place. So it's very multifunctional, and I think I'll be using this well into 2016. Last but certainly not least, and this is actually my one repeat that I'm doing that I had last year, but I couldn't help it. It's the Kat Von D ink liner in the color Trooper, so it's just black as black. It has the felt tip, and this product is just foolproof for doing a wing liner. It's the only thing I use ever. I used it today, if you can tell, and I really have no complaints about it, and I'm not trying to replace it either, so I definitely recommend, if whether you're a beginner or you're really advanced in makeup, this will make your life so much easier. Well, that concludes all my favorite beauty products for the year of 2015. I can't wait to see what 2016 brings. Who knows what's going to be the next latest makeup trend. In fact, you know what? Tell me what you think it will be down in the comments below, because I'm thinking like they're running out of ideas and it's gonna get pretty wild. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye!